Hey everybody, this is Felicia with The Book is Done. This is the third book that I'm going to talk about for what I've read this month. Like I said, it's been a super slow month. I have new books galore because I'm still celebrating my birthday. I love books. Like I literally need another bookcase. I just bought a 6 or 3 shelf, 6 square cube bookcase and it's full. And I have 2 other ones that are full. And in all things, let's not talk about how many books I have. Just know that I got them. But the book that I am going to talk about, y'all, Devin Cabrera, Jones, 1963. When I tell you this has to be like one of the quirkiest books that I've read this year, probably one of the best that I've read so far. Um, Very interesting book. First one that I've read of this author. He has another book that came before this one called Welcome to Nightmare Island. I just got that the other day. It's not a prequel to this book, but it can kind of help talk about um, or kind of bridge together some of the things. I haven't started it yet. I'm trying to get my nerves together for this one. I read this one after I finished My Wife's Stalker. It was like back to back book hangovers. Like, seriously, amazing, amazing. So, this book right here has so many triggers in it. But I mean, it really, if you, this book is along the lines of a thriller slash killer slash murder book all day. It tells you from Jump Street that it is coming from the point of view of the serial killer themselves. So it's not just like, oh, what's going on in this town? Oh, what's going on? We have a killer on the loose. The point of view that we're getting is the killer. And it definitely takes a twist on things. Makes you open your eyes a little bit because we're so accustomed to the majority of the books that we're reading with the point of view being from the victim or, from somebody related to the victim or whatever the case may be. You never really read from the mindset of the person who's doing the killing to see like how their mind is operating and how it flows. So this one, picture it, 1963. There's this individual, I want to say he is 17. His name is Jones, and or he goes by Jones, and he is. The book starts out in him signing up for the service, signing up for the military, and basically it's like he's trying to earn the respect of his father, um, in which he came from a two-parent household. His dad was very, very, very verbally and physically abusive, especially after his older brother had died. His older brother was in the service and he got killed in action. So it was like after that son got killed in action, his dad just kind of disregarded him. Like he just didn't acknowledge him, like he didn't matter. He was irrelevant. Even though he was the younger brother, like he's still in high school. Like while this book is still talking, he's graduating high school. That's like maybe the fifth or sixth chapter. So Jones he signed up for the service and he's making his rounds. He goes to his girlfriend Peggy's house and he meets with the parents and he talks to her and was just like, hey, I just wanted to let you know I joined the service just so that I can create a life for us, a great life. Excuse me. Excuse me. A great life at that, because they're in this small town. It's called Briarwood. And he was just like, I want to get out of this small town. I want to get it from under the shadow of my brother. And she was just like, I'm happy for you, but that means I have to sit by and wait for the unknown. Like, I don't know if you're living, if you're going to be living, if you're going to die in action. Like, I don't know. And he's like, Peggy just promised me that you'll wait for me. Promise me that you'll be here when I get back, like from basic training and stuff. Because in essence, excuse me, y'all, in essence, he wants to get married to her. So she's like, I'll wait for you. And he was just like, okay, cool. So he's making rounds and he's feeling good. He's feeling confident because he's like this, not to say a lanky size gentleman, but he's not like, he doesn't have the greatest physique. Like he was bullied in school, just bullied for existing, which is another trigger. Bullying is very, very real. For a lot of people, it does different things. And so, this book, to me, spoiler ish, um, the result of bullying is in essence what happened with this situation. Jones is the main point of view. So I'm just gonna tell you right now, this book got spoilers because in essence, like, and it's a short book. It's not too long a book. It's 192 pages, but it's so much packed in this book. It's crazy. So it's Jones, it's Peggy, and he goes home. Jones goes home, and the door's locked. This is like a safe town normally, so people leave their doors and car doors unlocked. And he goes home. He realizes that it's locked. So while he's waiting for his parents are coming. His dad is like I said, super verbally abusive, physically abusive, and he deals with alcoholism. Like he drinks a lot, and his mom, not to say that she's a pushover, if you will, but she's just, yes, dear, yes, dear. Like she knows what's going on is wrong, but she, quote unquote, stays in her place, per the book. Couldn't be me. I'm just not that. Maybe that's why I'm not married yet. I don't know. I don't know. But it was a family of four. Jones's older brother, dad, and mom. So dad is already drunk. They driving down the street. Jones can hear the parents like arguing, windows down. The whole neighborhood can hear them. So Jones finally gets in the house. Dad is just super temper, like has a super, super hard temper. And so like they get in the house and Jones is already apprehensive, like, what is he gonna do to me? Like, what is he gonna beat me with, or something like that. He already doesn't want to tell what he's doing, but I mean, again, he's feeling confident. He's like, you know what, I'm gonna make my family proud, make my country proud. I am going to walk in the shoes that my older brother did. Excuse me. Walk in the shoes that my brother did. So he goes and tell his dad, and his dad flips out. Why would you do something like that? Why? So you just gonna go? You're making a mockery of your brother? And he's like, Jones is like, no, I would never do that. Like, if anything, it's to make you and him proud, of me, because his dad just looked at him and was just like, you're a disgrace. And so Jones is just like, I really, really just want to make a difference. I want to make you proud. His dad kicks him out the house. Like, he's just that irate. And he actually tries to kill John, like, put his hands on him, like, trying to discipline him, if you will. Why? But he's already drunk. So, kind of explains it. So, he's sad. He's upset. So, he's just like, you know what? Let me go see Peggy. Peggy always makes it better. He goes to Peggy's house. Long story short, old girl cheated on Jones with, I want to say it's a football star, but he's like the mayor's son. The mayor in the family is kind of like the small town rich person. Like, he owns all of these businesses. He owns pretty much half the city, and then he's a mayor on top of it. So I want to say that his name is Robbie. He's an only child. So he goes in. Jones, is standing outside of Peggy's window, and he notices that Robbie is coming out the shower in Peggy's house, and he's just like, what is happening here? So I'm looking in the book because it's different names that I have to give you. And I had it, but I lost the page. Okay, cool. So, sorry about that. So, in all things, Jones is so enraged to the point where it's like he just sees red. He's just like, Peggy was supposed to be my wife. What is she doing? Like, why is he taking advantage of her? Robbie. And he just doesn't. So he is just in like this white hot blinded rage. And then he was just like, you know what, I'm gonna kill him. I'm straight up gonna kill him. So he, as Robbie leaves Peggy's house, he sneaks out through the window because obviously the parents didn't know he was there for some reason. So he sneaks out. Jones is in his car. Long story short, Jones kills Robbie. Like, just kills him in his house. Just kills him. And he realizes that after he killed him, he actually liked it. Not Robbie, Jones actually liked killing Robbie. He liked the feeling of killing somebody because in a sense he felt like he was in control since he's constantly being bullied. So he was like, you know what? I'm gonna get myself together. I did it for Peggy. I want us to be together. So, the next day comes along. Jones is fine. Jones is feeling fine. He has no remorse for killing anybody. He's just like, okay, nothing's gonna stand in between me and Peggy. Woo woo woo. So they go to the fair. Well, no, not even. I want to say they go to the fair, and the fair happened after graduation. So high school graduation comes, and everybody's sad, because Robbie's been killed and all this good jazz, and so everybody is crying and all this kind of stuff, and so Peggy, they were seniors, so Peggy and Jones and Robbie, and he has friends called Max, Kyle, and Carol. Max and Kyle are on the football team with Robbie. So all three of them will bully Jones, to the point where, Jones would be running. And this is in the beginning of the book. And the principal is just like, Jones asked the principal, like, are you going to do anything? And he was like, Jones, I need you to understand and realize that something is like, in a sense, he was saying like you pick and choose your battles, because Robbie, Miles, and hold on, Robbie, Max, and Kyle are from good families, prominent families, established families, well off families. As to where Jones is just like part of everybody else. You just kind of have to do what you need to do to get what you need to get done. And so he was like, I can stand up to him, but that's going to pull funding, away from the school. And Jones is like, this isn't right, but you know what? Whatever. We're going to go with it. So, Robbie is killed. High school graduation comes. If you've read and or seen the book called Carrie, it's kind of like that at the graduation ceremony for them. For Carrie, it was the prom. They dumped a bucket of blood on her, or dumped a bucket of red paint, whatever it is. I haven't seen the movie because I was too scared. But I do know that they embarrass her and Carrie goes off. Same thing. They embarrass Jones at the graduation. Max, Kyle, and Carol embarrass him at the graduation because they were doing a tribute to Robbie. Max saw that Jones had kind of smirked at the tribute. So Max was just like, we finna get him. We finna get him. So Max and Kyle, they jump him or snatch him out of the line, go and bully him some more. He makes it back in time. Jones makes it back in time for his name to be called. While this is happening, the Carrie moment happens where he's just totally embarrassed. Carol plays her part in it, in ripping his graduation cap or graduation gown. And so, in essence, they are laughing. Jones is mortified. He runs out. He grabs his degree and he just runs out. And so I'm not going to say anymore, but in essence, Jones is the killer. He all these things built up to him being a killer. Or not to say that, but it built up to him doing what he did in this book and actually becoming a serial killer, because that was his breaking point, excuse me. Because he was tired of people picking on him. He was tired of people bullying him and, just the verbal abuse with his dad and things of that nature. And then he realized, too, that he actually liked how it felt in killing somebody and taking their life, and not just necessarily entirely from rage of what was or what did happen to Jones, but just the fact that he had the power to leave life in somebody's body or take it away. And so he liked the latter. And so this book right here, um, I had, for the longest, I wouldn't even start the doggone book because look at this book. It legit looks like the eyes are glowing at you. Listen, I have to face the book down because my nerves are too bad. I even told the author, I was like, I want to read your book, but I'm scared. Like I can't look at that cover. And then the cover had the artwork for the cover has been updated and it's even more scarier than that. So I was just like, oh, I don't know. But I am very, very, very glad that I went all the way through with the book. Um, solid, solid five for me. Just because it was it was just like, oh goodness, what's getting ready to happen next? Jones had no mercy on nobody in this book. You understand? Like it was, I think, the last family that he had gotten to where he was like, I'm gonna give you a chance. I'm gonna give you a chance to get up out of here, make stuff right, say to people you love. Okay, you don't want to do that. You get killed. You get killed. You get killed. Like it was. I get it though, but I mean, for me, how I felt was like you have to take into consideration, everybody has to take into consideration how they treat people because you never know how and when or why they snap. And when they do, then you looking dumbfounded because either they coming after you or they refuse not to be bothered with you anymore. But you're just like, what just happened? And so, in all things, I truly believe that with this book right here, it just is the result of someone having enough. Enough was enough. And this is what we're going to do. And so, really, really, really good book. Really quick read, but like I said, a lot of stuff packed into this book. Welcome to Nightmare Island is the first book that he has. Jones 1963 is the second book that he has. It is a standalone book, but it does make references in the Nightmare. Hold on. Something on Nightmare Island. Welcome to Nightmare Island. I needed a minute to kind of get into that book because if it was anything like Jones 1963, holy crap. Just, I mean, no mercy. This is your true slasher, killer, murder. I'm gonna stab him in the throat type thing. Like it's gory. If you don't have a stomach for it, don't do it. Don't read it. If you feel as though you can read it and just kind of take it blow by blow, bit by bit, then it's a possibility that you can read the book because the storyline really is good. In the end, they did move kind of fast where it was like, okay, X, Y, and Z happened. Excuse me. X, Y, and Z happened. We're going to do this in the story. But at the same point in time, it was so much that led up to that moment. And then the final words that was spoken, it was just like, oh snap. So is there going to be another book? I don't know, but we shall see. But in all things, super, super good book. I hope that the summer, not the summer, but welcome to uh, Nightmare Island. Hopefully that one is just as good. I have to start that book off in a day because if it's anything like some scary dolls or it or something like that, I can't do it. Not at night because I gotta sleep, y'all. But in all things, it is available on Amazon. I don't believe he has a website, his own website. But in all things, definitely go check it out, baby. That, even though the cover is scary, go check it out. Go, check it out. So this is Felicia with The Book Is Done, and I'm out, y'all. Good night.